SysGroup are a managed service provider. We've been built up over the years by making quite a few acquisitions and buying quite a lot of companies, connectivity companies, consultancy companies, cybersecurity companies, but our main business is managed services, moving up the stack from just tech to data and then to AI solutions as well. SysGroup have offices in London, which is the one we're in right now. It's very close to Tower Bridge. Head office is Manchester, and we also have an office in Newport and Edinburgh. SysGroup is a company of about 110 employees. Fluctuates when we buy companies, as we've just bought one recently. SysGroup have a lot of customers, small customers and larger customers, larger corporates within all sectors, and our mission statement is around creating value through technology transformation for our customers. So I've been with SysGroup since October 2019. Came in initially to run the projects team that were delivering external projects to customers, but soon got involved in internal systems and replacing our internal systems, which is where Zoho came in. Within CRM, we have around 1,000 clients. They're not all the same size. Because we're a managed service business, we sell recurring services to a number of clients, and we call those contracts. But we also sell one-off items, could be hardware, could just be a piece of consultancy to other customers. So we have around 300 contracted customers of different sizes, and then obviously around 700 other customers that we have sold to or are selling to at the moment. The CRM is the system that we use to help us manage our customers and sell to our customers, particularly with the bigger clients. Everything is in one place. The information that we need is in the CRM, and so that enables us to manage the clients effectively. Business comes into SysGroup in a couple of different ways. It can obviously be new business from new prospects. That potentially comes into CRM for marketing automation as a new lead. But for any business that we're doing with an existing customer, a contracted customer that we know well, it's down to the account manager to basically qualify the business before it goes into CRM. So it will go in as a sales qualified opportunity straight away. So the process we go through for a piece of business, it could come from a lead, or it could go straight in as an opportunity, which is the deals module that we renamed. From a deal, an account manager would create a quote for a customer. Once the customer's accepted a quote, we would generate a sales order, which is a trigger to the rest of the business that something needs to be delivered to a customer. If it's a sales order for a recurring piece of business, then that would also then form a contract, and a contract in our Zoho terms is the renamed invoice module that is in CRM. So it basically logs the different things that we have sold to that customer, and from that contracts module we have got some deluge code which basically sends data into books to create a recurring invoice in books, and then books generates invoices to go out to the customer on a monthly basis. People like to view things in different ways. Our previous Chief Revenue Officer, I know he loved to use the Kanban display. We've now got a new CRO in place, so he might have a different view on it, but yeah, it's good that there are different ways of viewing all the opportunities that you've got, and you can select which one you want to use. So on an account record in CRM, obviously we've got all the opportunities attached to the account, quotes, sales orders, contracts. Then we've got the contacts that we've got within the account. So this is all in the related items list down the side, but also in there we've got lots of other things, custom modules that we've built, like our white space module, and we use this for cross-selling and upselling based on, okay, that's a customer where we only sell connectivity to, so let's go and talk to them about cyber or AI or anything else that we sell. We built a customer assets module as well, which basically holds what servers, kit, licenses each customer has, and those are attached to a contract. So within each contract we can see the customer assets that are associated with that contract. If we've sold a customer 5 servers, then the contract, which is the old invoice module, will say we've sold them 5 servers, but it doesn't say any more about the servers. So the customer asset module hangs off the contract module and basically goes into a lot more detail about those servers, serial numbers, software they've got on them, when licenses expire, etc. So it gives us far more information about the kit that's out there in the customer site. Another custom module we built is a supply management module. So for each of our suppliers, we obviously have contracts, whether it be for lease lines, a host of other things. And what we need to do is be able to link our supplier contracts to a customer contract. So if a customer decides they don't want a lease line anymore, then we need to cancel the supplier contract at the same time. So we've built this module which basically links the supplier contracts to the customer contracts and enables that to happen. We also use things like voice of the customer, so if you want to look at what's going on in there, that's down the side as well. So there's a lot of related items that we use that we have access to from an account record. Voice of the customer is pretty powerful. At the moment, it's only showing us what's happening in desk, so it's giving us sentiment from desk tickets for that customer, which is interesting in itself. We are now looking at how we can integrate with Microsoft Outlook, because we are a Microsoft shop in terms of collaboration tools. So we want to integrate with Outlook so that we can get a lot more email information into CRM as well, and that enhances what it's showing us. And also we're starting to use a technology that transcribes meetings, so we want to get that in there as well, and then voice of the customer I think will be even more powerful than it is at the moment. Within CRM we have our customer assets module, and when a customer asset, if it's a license or if it's an SSL certificate that's just about to run out, it will raise a task for procurement to actually go and procure a new certificate, and then a ticket will be raised in desk for the service desk to go and install that certificate. That's really useful for us, but we're actually looking at automating that even further, such that we don't really need to get people involved. We're looking at how we can automate it so that it doesn't flag up that there's an SSL needed. It just goes off, buys it from the appropriate website, and then raises a ticket in desk so that someone can install the SSL straight away. If an SSL certificate expires and we don't know about it, it will stop kit working, and that could be a firewall, which means customers don't have any access to the outside world, or it could be a server that they're really reliant on for their business. So we need to make sure that we are renewing these SSL certificates when they need to be renewed, otherwise it really doesn't look good for customers who are relying on us to manage their services. And Zoho really helps us do that because of all the automation that you can put into the platform, workflows, deluge code when we need it, all of it. Recently we've been looking at how we can integrate Zoho with one of our other major business platforms, which is Microsoft 365. So we've been looking at all the integrations available for SharePoint, for Teams and for Outlook. My colleague Claire has been instrumental in looking at that and getting it working, and we're starting to actually roll that out to the business now. Within Microsoft Teams, Zoho CRM is actually a chat, so if you want to show someone you're talking to an opportunity that you might be working on, you can go into the CRM chat and ask it to show you this opportunity, and it will pop up in Teams. So we use SAP as our finance system. We use Books to send out invoices, but that's all we do in Books. But we have an integration with SAP for the invoices. But we also built a custom module in CRM to enable anyone who wants to raise a purchase order to first of all request an internal purchase requisition if they need one, but also if we've got a sales order for something that we're selling to a customer, it enables procurement to actually directly raise a purchase requisition from that sales order, and then the purchase requisition information goes through an approval process which is built in SAP, and then the purchase order pops out of SAP, and that's where it sits. We sell a lot of Microsoft licenses, and we buy all our Microsoft licenses through a vendor. Microsoft changed their prices a lot, and a while ago the procurement team used to have to manually go through and update those prices, but we built an integration which basically goes off to the APIs for the vendor, pulls in the prices on a monthly basis and puts those into CRM. One of the great things about Zoho is it's an integrated platform. If an account manager wants to see what's going on with their customer before they go and meet the customer, all they have to do is go into their account record, and they can see not only the opportunities they've got going, etc., but they can also see anything that's synced in from desk, so any tickets that are open with the customer, what the status of them is. They can look at voice of the customer to actually get some view on sentiment, and that is picking up information from desk as well. So yeah, the automated integration is great.